Gurunanak Jayanti. Hina, you came from school?
Yes, brother. Where is Mama? Mama
And Papa are not at home. They have gone to market.
I too wanted to go along with them.
Don't worry, my sister. Tomorrow we all will go to Gurdwara. Do you know it is Gurunanak Jayanti tomorrow?
Gurunanak Jayanti?
Yes. You don't know about Gurunanak Dev Ji? I will tell you. Gurunanak Dev Ji was born in 1469. The day is celebrated as Gurunanak Jayanti as Prakash Utsav. Gurunanak Dev Ji is the first Sikh Guru. So, his birthday is sacred for all Sikhs.
So, this occasion is celebrated in Gurudwara?
Yes, we all celebrate this sacred day. A day before the birthday, Nagar Kirtan is organized. It is led by the Panch Pyaras, that is, 5 beloved ones. A large gathering of Sikhs follow them. They all sing hymns.
Oh yes, I saw Nagar Kirtan on the way when I was coming back from school.
Great! Apart from that, at some places, Prabhat Fairies are also organized. The message of Guru Nanak Dev Ji is spread through religious lectures.
What else happens on this day?
Yes. Bhog of Akhand Path is also held in every Gurdwara. It is followed by Kirtan. Then all the devotees sit on the floor and share free food called langar.
We will have langar in Gurudwara?
Yes, but for now, eat this. Mom, I was waiting for you.
Sorry, Hina. We didn't take you along with us.
It is okay, Mama. On Gurunanak Jayanti, we all are going to Gurudwara.
For more animation.
Yes, ma'am. One sec, I'm sharing the screen. Let me know once the screen is visible to you all. Is it visible, children?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so yesterday we had almost seen this particular prose where the dustman trusted Caddy, and therefore he gave him his 500 silver coins. Okay, thinking that he wanted to stay in Istanbul for little more years so that he could collect more money. But later on, this particular person named Caddy cheats him. He denies giving him back his money, and poor dustman had no other option because he had come from his village and he was working here in Istanbul. But in comparison to the dustman, Caddy was quite famous in Istanbul. All right, so if at all he raises his voice, everybody would trust the Caddy. Nobody would trust the dustman, and on top of that, he was poor as well. So he had no choice rather than going back to his work and to start off collecting, saving money once again for his wife and children. And when he goes back for his on his job, there is this wealthy lady who notices there's something wrong, and she inquires, and then he gives him the tells her the entire story. So she promises that she's going to help her out, and then she comes up with a plan. She comes up with an idea. Who will tell me what was the idea?
The idea was to the lady will go to the Qadi's house next day.
Yes.
She will go there and give the jewelries she have,
No,
And
no, she's not going to go and give the jewelry. She's going to go and sit there, and then as soon as after 10 minutes, what is she expecting? She's expecting
she
the dustman to
dustman
Dustman to
should
come
come
and say
inside
enter
for
the,
ask for his
and
500 silver
as
coins.
yes,
he was
and
asking for the first time.
first time. Very good, very good. As if he was asking for the first time.
And
And then what
then
she
he,
plans? What
As
she
and
soon as
plans?
he
What
after
she,
left
10 minutes of
the
that, the servant
place,
has to come in and say that my lady or husband has returned from Egypt and awaits you at home with.
Ma'am,
yes,
wrong,
yes.
wrong, wrong.
And
Yes, it's
that's true.
correct.
So she has,
Wrong.
it's correct, it's correct.
Ma'am,
She
no,
had already.
when the dustman leaves, then the servant will come.
Ha, so I
Then
say that only now.
Okay, okay, okay. So let me talk, children. So basically, she had made her servant also ready for the same. But then, what was she going to talk with with Caddy? What she had planned? Who will tell me that? What she had planned? What is she going to talk to Caddy? How is she? Is she going to
she
directly
is
go? Mm-hmm.
she is going to talk to the caddy as if she is going to give her jewels and money
Right.
for safekeeping, but which is not actually the case.
Okay, so basically she plans that she's going to tell Caddy that, her husband is in Egypt and she is also planning to go to Egypt, but she's worried about her valuable jewelry. And so she is looking for some trusted person whom, she could give the jewelry. All right, till here we had done yesterday.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, so we are done. We completed this till here. Now let's read further and understand what happens further. All right. Okay. So then that afternoon, the lady paid a call on Caddy. Good sir, said the lady to Caddy. I come because you are the sole person in Istanbul whom I can trust with so delicate proposition. My husband, the merchant, has been away on business in Egypt for an extended time. Of course, we miss each other terribly. I just received word that I'm to venture to Egypt to see him. But what worries me is how to safeguard my jewels until I return. Okay, so we had stopped over here till yesterday. Let's continue. So what she does, she spilled out of her purse and onto the caddy's table an array of thick gold rings, huge amethyst pendants, gemling silver gemstones, and other rare and valuable jewels. You see, there are few on people one can truly trust, she said in barely a whisper. Just then the dustman entered. Good sir, I am here to reclaim the 500 silver coins I left in your care. As you recall, the caddy, not taking his eyes off the jewels, said, what? Oh, yes. I mean, what? Of course, the 500 silver coins. No fear, your money is safe with me. He snapped his fingers when the servant appeared. He said, retrieve at once this man's bag of coins from the black trunk, since he has now arrived to claim it. The servant bowed and returned in a few minutes with the dustman's very bag of coins and handed it to him. Hardly able to believe his eyes, the dustman clutched his bag and mumbled thanks, spun around, and scampered out the door. Okay, so basically that was what exactly her plan was. Okay, so she said that, okay, and then after saying that she's looking for someone, some trusted person, she spills out all the jewelry on the table. So, which included gold. What jewelries did she spilled on the table, children? Who will tell me?
Ma'am, thick
Gleaming silver
gold
gems
ring
and
and
Array of
beside
thick
it
gold
beads.
rings, huge amethyst pendants, and gleaming
Yes.
silver gemstones, and
Yes.
other rare and valuable
Yes.
jewels.
And what was Caddy's reaction after seeing these gold, jewelries in
He
front
couldn't
ma'am,
of
he
him?
believe
was
his
astounded.
eyes.
His eyes off it.
Couldn't believe his
Yes, he couldn't
eyes.
take off his eyes. And instantly, in that very moment, who enters?
The dustman.
The dustman
Man.
enters. And he, very politely and as if, he's meeting him for the first time, he reclaims his 500 coins. So he's so engrossed, he cannot, looking at the jewelries, he cannot take off his eyes. And instantly what does Caddy say? Did he accept that he has given him the money to save?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, and then he instantly orders his servant to go and get the bag of 500 silver coins, which the dustman has given to him. And what was the dustman's reaction when he got the bag?
He couldn't believe his eyes, and
Yes. Spun
He
and
mumbled thanks.
scampered around the door. Let's see what is the meaning of the word scampered. Scampered means rushed away. Okay, so as soon as he got his bag of 500 silver coins, first of all, he was very happy. He mumbled thanks and he instantly rushed out of the doors. Then let's see what happens. You see, said the caddy to the lady with a casual wave of his hand. All manner of common people who cannot trust one another, it should appear, feel safe to bring their valuables and life savings to me. The lady smiled approvingly. Then her servant on cue burst through the front door and said excitedly, "My lady, your husband has returned from Egypt and awaits you at home." "Joyous news!" exclaimed the lady, clapping her hands. She scooped her jewels back into her purse and said to Caddy, "Truly a man like you is rare indeed." Therefore, together, she and her servant hastily left the caddy's home. It took a few minutes before it dawned on the caddy that he had been tricked. But the worst was yet to come. In the days that followed, word of what had happened spread out throughout Istanbul, and the caddy was never again trusted to resolve a claim or mediate a dispute. He was forced to sell his fine home, move to a faraway province of Turkey, and was never seen again. Okay, so as per the lady's plan, as soon as the dustman rushes away taking her bag, who was supposed to take action
Lady's
after
servant.
this? It was a servant, and she, as trained, she instantly calls out to the lady, saying the same message, that her husband is back from Egypt and he is waiting for her. And instantly, she again keeps all her jewelry in her bag, and both the servant as well as the lady hastily leave Caddy's home. Okay, and Caddy could not understand, or he could not make out that it was all the trick, which the lady had played with him. And till here also it did not stop. What happened to Caddy after that? The news that that Caddy had, ditched this dustman in so and so ways, it spread it throughout Istanbul. Okay, and nobody ever trusted him again. Okay, here we come across a new word, resolve. Resolve means decide
To
firmly.
decide.
Yes, decide firmly or to decide. Okay, so nobody trusted him ever again. Nobody, approached him for their disputes. In fact, he landed up in such a situation where he had to sell his own home, and he had to move out far away from Turkey. And after that, Caddy was never ever seen in Turkey. Have you understood till your children?
Yes, ma'am.
Everyone understood the prose? It's very interesting.
Yes, ma'am.
And easy to remember also, isn't it?
Yes, ma'am. Yes.
Okay, let's do the question answers then. We still have time. All right, so I'll just stop sharing the screen.